Hi everyone, it's time for this week's Honey-Do segment, and it's all about repairing your furniture. A lot of us have maybe a coffee table, an end table that maybe has a little nick or a scratch, maybe something with a dent in it. This is Mike Arndt. He's from the Furniture Repair Center in Green Bay. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Angela.
Now, I see you brought in a stool as an example.
Yes, we did.
What's wrong with this stool?
Well, the stool came in to have the upholstery replaced on the stool, and before we send it back to the homeowner, what we want to do is clean it up a little bit. Tend to find that when you put new upholstery on the top, whatever might not have looked so bad on the bottom looks a little worse for wear after some of it's been cleaned up.
So we have
a
couple of scratches basically on the legs and underneath.
Yes.
Okay. So you brought along some products that people can use at home to fix up their furniture.
I have. I went to a hardware store and a home center and picked up a few items here, and quickly, these are this item and this item on the end here. They're called a fill stick. In essence, they're a colored wax, if you will, that you fill into a scratch with, and I'll show you real quickly here in a few moments how to make that work nicely. And then these other products I brought along are touch-up markers. These work very similar, if you will, to a felt tip pen, magic marker type product. This here has a little more of a liquid base to it. It's got a stain involved and a push point tip that you can apply with so it's like writing with a pencil.
Okay, can you show us how this works?
Sure.
Because we've got some for an example.
We've got here a scratch, say on this leg.
Yeah.
And what you do with your fill stick is you actually force it into that scratch with that stick. And you're going a little bit overboard, obviously, but you want to make sure that you're filled. And this is simply a piece of brown paper bag. You take that. A little bit of a burnishing with the bag, and
it blends in.
Scratch blends in.
That is unbelievable. You can't even really see it.
Well, you can see a bit of it, but a little extra time spent on that will.
At least it disguises some of it.
Yes, it gives you an idea of how it's done. It's always important to make sure the piece is cleaned before you start repairing it, and it's important to test something on the inside where it's not visible and practice on that, and then take the visible parts later on.
Can you show us how the marker works?
I can. Marker here. We've got some areas here that are going, and in this instance, I'm using actually the edge of the marker in order to touch that. And sometimes, if you've over applied, you just wipe it a bit with your finger. Another example might be, and I'm trying to find a camera here. Say a mark like this, if you were to just mark on it and leave it alone, you leave a spot behind. However, if you mark on it and wipe lightly with your fingers, you can become more detailed. So,
real
again,
quick, Mike,
practice.
Real quick, how much might these cost us at the store?
I picked this up, and I actually have 2 times the amount of what I need to fix up a gang of furniture at home, and I may have spent $15.
Okay. Thank you so much for your tips this morning for this week's Honey-Do segment. Thank you.